Stand by. All right. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you
Yeah, I
hear
don't
me?
know why my mic was muted. I had a great intro and nobody got to hear it. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us for Pontiac Power Hour, episode 34. We've got a more relaxed show for you today. We have both been very busy over the last couple of weeks, and we are playing catch up. But with that, we've got some special trivia, and we kind of geared it towards stuff that just should definitely interest one of our regulars. Mr. Hunter will, I think, enjoy the trivia tonight.
I think so.
All right, for the first time ever, Auto Salvage Outlaws was our first comment tonight. Welcome, sir. Roland, Torque Racing Production is here. Scarlet Four-Eyed Cuda. And Perpetual Projects is here. Let me see. 6% Recycled made it. Jay from Irish Outlaw Garage. And guys, remember, tonight after our show, hang out. Irish Outlaw Garage has his show, Cars and Cussin', right after ours. All right. I've got, everybody's telling everybody hi, which is awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. Colleen Tebow's here. That Fiero guy made it early. Wow. Good for you, buddy. All right. Jason's Garage made it in. Danny Boyd, Pure Pontiac Garage. Tony is here. And I thought I saw another one come in. Oh, there it is. Ugly Truck Experience. Those guys just hit a big milestone on their channel, so congrats to them. I actually hit 3,300 just today. I'm pretty stoked about that. Let's see. Tony Napoli. I'm probably saying it wrong, but don't hate me too much for that. Deborah is
Napoli.
There you go. Jeff from Two Hacks made it in. Rob's Rods and Streetcars. Let me see who else. And they're still just rolling in. Dakota's timeout. And they keep going. So thank you guys for all showing up. I saw Roland from Torque Racing Productions here. I wanted to show you something that he made. So you guys, I'm sure if you haven't seen, you can head over to my channel afterwards and go look at my latest video, which was last week. I'm still editing the one for this week, so I apologize. I've been traveling, but let me show you what Roland made me here. Well, first off, here's the video that's out on my channel. Go check that out. That's my new Will It Run conversion van. It's a fun little project. I got it for a steal. And with that, we had to name it. So if you haven't watched it, you'll get an idea. You'll get the vibe when you see it. But Roland was nice enough to make me some awesome new, what do you call those things?
Emblems?
There you go. Emblems for the side of the van. Because it has, it says Chevy and then G20 van. But Roland got me these, and these are just killer. I mean, this guy makes these. So if you guys need a custom emblem of any kind, hit him up, Torque Racing Productions, say, hey, this is kind of what I'm looking for. You want to custom name your vehicle. You want to make a specialized emblem for your vehicle, for your toolbox, whatever. Hit him up. He does amazing work. Like this is a just beautiful piece, and it's going to look great on the van.
So actually, I have some stuff coming from Roland. Also, some Punisher Le Mans Garage Pontiac Arrowhead emblems. I'm looking forward to getting.
Okay, so they're wanting me to Pontiac swap the van. Maybe. I mean, we're gonna first make sure it makes it home, and then address any immediate issues. And if it makes it home fine, then I think the next thing I'm going to consider is a cheapy eBay turbo, because Brian Vantana needs to party, and you can't party without turbos.
So, what year is this van?
So it's a 92.
So,
So
it's got a 4-speed
4.3
automatic.
liter. Yep. 4-speed automatic, 4.3 liter V6 with the TBI. So we'll have to do some swapping out. But what I found is there is a ton of aftermarket stuff to pep up these little 4.3s.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that I'm sure you already know this, but there was a little all-wheel drive pickup that came out with a turbo 4.3 liter V6. So,
I mean, they were cool. I mean, they're like what, the fastest production truck at the time. I mean, whatever. And it wasn't an LS.
actually, they was the fastest production vehicle that year
Yeah.
in 1990, I think, or 91, whatever year it was.
Didn't I see on Mr. Polo's YouTube that there's a Cyclone out now, like a present day Cyclone?
It's actually a company that makes them. They
Oh,
take,
okay, so it's not real.
yeah,
I
well,
mean, it's
I mean,
real,
you
but
can
it's
buy
not.
it, but
It's kind
so,
of like Trans Ams now. They're not
right.
production. Yeah. Okay.
So, Austin from LaCour Automotive has one,
Yes, he
a
does.
Cyclone. And that is one of my bucket list vehicles. I will own one day.
That would
Probably.
be pretty awesome. Oh, we had some new folks rolling in, and I have missed them. I apologize, guys. I see NSB Customs made it. Hello, fellas. Oh, we've had all the storms here. It's been crazy. I think of them because, last time I saw them, they were dealing with storms back home. Nathan's Mopar Garage is here. I think that's everybody. And yes, it is the Cyclone we're talking about, or the Typhoon.
So speaking of bad weather, me and Mr. Polo C4 went, and Ms. Dupiero guy all went to a car show, which I won first place in, best muscle car from 1970 to 1979. Just to
Congrats,
throw that
man.
out there. Second
That's
trophy
awesome.
for the old Le Mans. Anyway, on our way home, we got caught in a hailstorm. Nothing like being in your hot rod. And, Dylan was in his Corvette in front of me and watching them get the crap beat out of them by like dime size hail.
So
Luckily,
get small.
it was kind of scary for a minute, the way the wind was picking up, and then it got quiet. I was like, oh, I don't know how many people's ever been through tornadoes on our channel or on our podcast here, but that's usually the way that goes. You get wind, hail, lightning, and then nothing.
Yep.
And then all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
So I saw Ugly Truck Experience he was at Springfield also.
Awesome.
We was waiting in the same line on food, and I was getting ready to walk over there and say something to him, and I turned around, he was gone.
You got to watch those guys. They're sneaky.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, they'll sneak up and put an LS in your car. Oh, wait, you already have one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So obviously not too much damage, if any.
Oh no, it didn't hurt. That's the thing about having an old car. They're actually made out of metal,
Right.
not, tin can.
Yeah. So I was down in Oklahoma, and granted, this was before the storm hit, but obviously they've had storms before. The guy parked at the gas station, his poor car, it looked like 1,000 golf balls had bounced all over this car. It was one of the worst hail damaged cars I've ever seen. And, he's just driving it like I would, just still driving it.
Man,
No,
I'll tell you what, here in the Midwest, it's been like crazy storm season so far. And we haven't even hit May yet. So
yeah.
like,
And that's what's kind of worrying me is it's been really great weather. Like you and I had great weather on the Hot Rod 100. We had great weather down in Oklahoma. And literally, I get back from that, and then it goes, all hell breaks loose. So, yeah, I'm not too keen on this. And they had a tornado just one county over from me. So, yep, too close. We did have hail this morning.
yeah, it's been pretty wild. We had some storms here. Actually, let's see, it seemed like the further east they moved, the worse it got. So
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Rob's Rods and Streetcars. Week after buying it, huge hailstorm destroyed yeah. The metal just isn't made to last like the old stuff. Because my old Suburban's got a few little dings in it, but it's 1994 and it's still doing great. And of
so
course, the 63 Pontiac sitting out there and not a dent on it that came from weather anyway.
so back in like 2012 or probably 2012, 2013, uh I had a little supercharged Toyota 4Runner, and Fort Scott got a huge hailstorm. It was a sweet little 4Runner. It looked like a golf ball after that hailstorm. It was pretty nasty. It sucked because that was my prized possession. It even dented my dirt track car. That's how hard it hailed.
Wow. Well,
For
I
real.
know Norman got hit bad after we left. So I'm glad we weren't there. There was, so for those that don't know, I did a non Pontiac thing. I drove 4.5 hours to central Missouri and jumped in a square body pickup owned by Chad from Square Body Stuff and drove it to Norman, Oklahoma, which was 6 hours. So I did this massive, triangle there. And man, I gotta tell you, here you can see it, 6 hours with your arm hanging out the window. That's what you get. And it has AC, but he didn't have it charged because it's been winter. And so I'm like, no, I'm fine. I just roll the window down, and stick my arm out. But yeah, this side's not really tan, and this side is very well tanned. But beautiful drive. And then there was well over 500 trucks there they all had to be older trucks, but we're talking Fords, square bodies, Dodges. I saw Nissans, Toyotas. They all had to be the older stuff. I saw a Hudson truck. That thing was cool. I think it's a Hudson Terraplane. So the front half is a Hudson car, and it sure enough is a truck bed on the back. It's a legit truck. That thing was huge.
I'm just going to say that most people, even if they are Pontiac, since Pontiac didn't actually make a truck, should
Or
be
did
square
they?
body fans.
Maybe that's in the trivia tonight.
Maybe.
They tried to make that Ute thing, but that was really the Australian thing, so it didn't really pan out.
It is cool though. That's so you can haul your whatever tries to kill you when you kill it home.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at this. Jay's got an LMC truck show. So LMC was the sponsor of this show down in Norman called the Truck Gathering. And what I can say is LMC was there. They represented. They handed out more magazines and koozies and hats and little trinkets than anyone else there. But that's all they did. That's where I was disappointed. And I'm not talking bad about them, but they had merch there, but none of it was for sale. And I was like, you brought this massive trailer and buy anything? Like, that's just bad. That's just not well thought out. You got guys from all over the country there. And I would think you'd want to have some limited merch for sale. And they're like, just go on the website. I'm like, no, I want to buy it now.
I know when they was at LS Fest, they had stuff for sale.
Like the trailer was big enough and they had merch displays and everything. They totally could have brought stuff to sell. Like, I get you're not going to bring all the fenders and hoods and all that. But after 2 trucks got wrecked there, they really needed to have some of that stuff. That's what's crazy is you got all these trucks in a very congested city area, and then the normal city drivers doing their normal city stuff smash into these great looking trucks. Like there's a YouTuber from, I think his channel's Harmon's Garage, lost his truck, totaled it, bent the frame. That. Oh, horrible loss for this guy. And he was, of course, pretty sore the next day. But, the truck community rallied around him, helped get him a ride home. Somebody actually bought the truck at the show from him. And, they were able to get him home. They made him a bunch of new T-shirts for his channel. They made him overnight one of the local screen printers, so he was able to pay for his way to get home. It was really, really awesome. But that reminds me of the no-name community. We all just jump in and make it happen.
Yeah. So at this Midwest Muscle Streetcar show I went to, there was a super nice newer Camaro. I mean, it had the weld wheels on it. It was a nice car, like lots of stuff done to it. He got T-boned shortly after leaving the car show.
Oh, no.
I mean, you just got to watch these other idiots on the street, man. You just never know. That's what scares me every time I get in my car to go somewhere.
It's like riding a motorcycle. You want to be safe, but at the same time, you're really watching the other people because, that's how I was. I was more worried about everybody else. So, yes, Pontiac, Oakland, whatever you want to call it, they did actually make the old pickup style way back before they were officially GM. So Tony's not wrong. I commend him for his history. That's excellent work. Danny Boyd saw Terraplane and Hot Rod. Yeah, this one was pretty much original, except I've got to go back and check my video, and that'll be next week's video for me. But I believe he said that at some point Grandpa swapped out a 318. So I see Cat's here. Fox Can Fix It made it here. Oh, look at Hunter with the knowledge. No, the official name was El Catalina. That's what they called the prototype. The El Catalina. I mean, they probably had, a backwoods, a back of the house number, something official on paper, but everywhere I've looked, they call it the El Catalina. And
so, Buck,
you made it. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
You've been a pretty busy guy here in the last month.
I've been home just in the last almost 3 weeks. I've been home 3 days.
Between work and you drove down here and we.
Yep.
What time did you leave your house so you could be at my house at 6 a.m. ish?
I didn't leave my house. I was smart. See, when you contacted me about coming to hang with you, I was in Wichita. And so instead of going home 2 hours and then back to you, I drove to my mother's house, and she lives in southeast Kansas, so it was only an hour drive.
Oh, okay.
And then, so yeah, what time did I have to be at your place? 6?
6.
Yeah, so I left at 5. And then what happened was I realized to get to your house, it was actually an hour and 10 minutes or something, but I made it.
You made it. We made it.
Yep.
We had a good time.
We had an amazing time. If you haven't seen his videos, go check them out. Killer burnouts. The Punisher car is just, that sucker's on point. So much fun. But I found something that does really fun burnouts, almost as fun as the Punisher car.
Squeaky.
Squeaky.
I saw
That thing, when you're doing burnouts with 37-inch military tires on the back, I'm telling you, there's nothing like that.
I'm just saying that big block is making some power.
Well, yeah. So if you haven't gone to Square Body Stuff, go check him out. He just put out a video on his latest trip to the dyno. He took Squeaky to the dyno. They dyno tuned him. That sucker can fly. That old beat up truck has got, yeah, and it's got the giggle juice. So, if you're feeling a little, run down, you just hit the squirters and that sucker will go. He's got 150 shot in there.
See, that stuff like that is why I trust nobody or anything that wants to pull up beside me and race.
And have you seen where he hides it? It's just an old beater step side truck, right? And he's got 2 toolboxes in the bed, and one side flips up, and there's a nitrous bottle with a bottle heater and everything routed down. You don't even know it's there. And so you show up, dude gets out, pops out his toolbox, opens it up, clamps it down. You don't even know. And next thing, boom, he's gone. He's gone.
Man, I'll tell you.
That was a fun thing at the show, is everybody walking up, looking at the truck, and they're like, what is this? Is this a dune buggy, a sand truck? Mud truck? What is this? I'm like, all of the above. And then they walk around and he had the toolbox up and they go, this thing has nitrous? I'm like, oh yeah.
Have they never watched Roadkill, the muscle truck?
It's basically like that. It'll do whatever you need it to do. He drove on the poker run, and we went all over Oklahoma City for the poker run. And I went in Cream Puff, and he went, which Cream Puff is exactly what the name implies. That truck is just a cool runner all day long, great fuel mileage. That sucker took me everywhere, better than driving a, Toyota Prius. It was amazing. If the AC was working, it'd be full lap of luxury, but I didn't need it because the 8-track worked.
8-track.
Yeah, it's got an in-dash Pioneer 8-track, and it works.
That's cool.
Hank Williams, that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, yeah, he drove Squeaky all around, and he's got a welded diff. So every time he turned the corner, those, military tires would just chirp, 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 chirp all the way around. I'm pretty sure I caught that on camera because that's hilarious. All right, we're going to catch up in the chat. I don't know if we had anybody new pop in.
Did you get Shopcat when he came in?
I did. Can't miss Shopcat.
So Shopcat is an even 24 subs from 1K. If you have not checked out Shopcat's channel, you should do so. This guy is a very smart feller.
Let me just do this. I'm just going to drop his link in the chat. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows who Shopcat is, but if not, go over and check out his channel. He's got all kinds of cool stuff: cars, lawnmowers, chainsaws, snowblowers, And yeah, just go check him out.
I say there's probably something for everybody on Shopcat's channel.
I believe so too. Look at that. JB's little shop is taking a break from transmission work to come say hello.
Yeah, I would do that too. I absolutely hate working on transmissions.
Oh, never heard of him, Jay. I know better than that. Shopcat's got good stuff. I mean, everybody, if you get the opportunity, go through the entire chat, look at everybody. We got around 30 people right now watching. Check out their channels and sub to them. They're all a great group. I'm sub to everybody in here.
So am I.
Well, there was a new one up here that I don't have, but there's a few people that come in and don't have channels. They're signed in, but they don't have channels. Yeah, Tony, I don't have him. I need to look him up.
And if you're not subscribed to Buff and myself, you should. And if you sub to me, I will sub you back. I don't always know. I mean, after you get over like 1,000 subscribers, it kind of doesn't let you know when people subscribe to your channel anymore. So I don't know when people do. We got Blake from Bad Pre-Productions.
Yep, Blake is here. He's got a pretty active Facebook group as well. So if you guys have Facebook, you can check out the Bad Tree Productions Facebook group. Lots of good posts in there.
Between him and what is the other one? There's a couple of them I'm in on there. And that's really the only reason why I'm still on Facebook is because of the car stuff.
That's the same. I don't have a lot of use for Facebook. You start going down the wrong rabbit trail, and yeah. So I hit up the car groups, and if my immediate friends post anything or a family member, I'll check it out. But otherwise, we move on.
Whoa.
Wait, missed a birthday?
It's Blake's birthday.
Goodness. What is he, like 28, 29?
Would you like me to sing to you, Blake? I will do that.
Oh, there you go. Go for it.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Do you really want me to run off our audience?
Well, I think there's that particular song is copyrighted.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody gets a penny every time you sing it.
Man, why can't I do that? I need to copyright something that's like a catchphrase, and so I can get rich off of something somebody already says anyway.
Like, oh, there goes my transmission. Sorry, still too soon. Well, happy birthday, Blake. I'm glad you're spending it with us for a little bit.
Yes.
So 90% of the time I'm on YouTube, but 60% of the time it works every time.
So here's the thing, JB. I like to go on there and start crap.
Oh, wow. Oh, I missed Mongrels earlier. I did see him pop in.
I didn't see him pop in.
Yeah, I saw him pop in, and I apologize, Brent. I meant to say hello. We just got carried away, and yeah.
Welcome to the party, eh?
Yeah. At least he's not dealing with tornadoes and hail and.
Yeah, I don't think they have that kind of stuff up there in Canada, but
they probably do, just not much.
They do have a lot of snow and cold weather.
Yeah. What's NSB working on? Oh, yeah. NSB will sing for free, but you got to pay him $5 to stop. I assume that's what that whole idea, when you go to the restaurant and they sing you, happy birthday or whatever, and then you got to pay them to stop. It's like, yeah, go away. Give me my free cake and go away. Oh, don't even. It was snowing today.
You guys can keep that crap because, well, I don't know about Buff, but we've been having like freaking gale force winds for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I lost my trash can. It's gone. And that's what happens. Usually the trash can will blow a block away And when I realize it, I go and find it. Well, I've been gone. So it didn't just blow a block away, it blew multiple blocks away, and who knows where because I've been gone for a week. I don't know where it went. Oh, and the trampoline, which was staked down with big old cinder blocks, it's over by the RV now, and it's got a big hole in it.
At least it's not in the trees. That's usually where they
Right.
end
Well,
up.
I think it bounced off the fence because the fence is now like this, and it bent the main bar, and it flipped over, hit the RV. It's supposed to have a big safety net, though. That's all crushed, and then there's a hole in it. So, whatever.
Dang, Laura, is this the same transmission you guys keep building?
I think so.
Man, y'all are having bad luck. So is it 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive? Because
It's two-wheel drive.
if it's a 2-wheel drive 700 R4 for a 60-degree V6, I'm guessing 2.8 liter. I know where you can get one that's probably good for free. It's an automatic. I think he just wants it out of his garage.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. They've had so much fun with that transmission.
Yeah, I believe he wants me to get my S10 out of his garage too. The guy who has the transmission.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, okay. All right. Stand by one. This is what Mongrel sent me from Canada.
Man, you keep.
Whoops. There we go. I don't want any of that.
But
That's
I'm just going to say, do they have yellow cars because of pollen? Because that's what I woke up to.
I've noticed that as I get older, I've got allergies, and it's yeah. The only thing that helps really clear the sinuses is like tire smoke and race gas. Those two things seem to just stops the allergies in their tracks.
Tequila works too.
Well, but I don't drink anymore, so
I
that
don't
would
either.
work. I agree, it would work.
Yeah, it kind of takes your breath away. So you're like, at least me. I'm a lightweight, just so everybody knows.
oh, so this must be for the Blazer. It's
Oh, okay.
But yes, JB wants that transmission.
All right, I can hook him up.
Yep, that's the beauty of this network. And there's a chance I might be going that way this summer before No Name.
I say, if nothing else, I'll grab it and bring it with me to No Name.
I mean, at least I think I might be headed to Georgia, but I'm supposed to go veer towards Torque Racing Productions and go visit him too. I mean, if I'm down there, I feel like I should just hit up everybody.
Here you go. A YouTuber road trip.
I mean, that's the best part. So when I went down to Norman to the truck gathering, I had Chad from Square Body Stuff. I had Jacob from Busted Grill Garage. He's a newer YouTuber. And then, of course, myself. And they brought extra people with them. I was the only one solo. But here's the best part. Everyone had cameras. So this last week, we've been, swapping footage back and forth to try to make our videos better. But also, if one of us saw a good shot, the other guy could jump in and try to grab a shot. Or like we had a chase car, they pulled way ahead and stopped and caught the convoy coming through. So we had we had Maxine pulling Squeaky, then me, then Jacob, and then we picked up a couple more trucks for our convoy. And so we had our chase car pull ahead and just set the camera up and caught everybody going through. Like there was a lot of cool shots just because we had so many people with cameras. And I told everybody at the show, I'm like, hey, this is my website. This is where you can find me. If you need video for your channel, hit me up and I'll send you what I got. I mean, I can't use it all, and you might as well help a fellow YouTuber out and give him a little footage. Okay, look at this. I have to make a visit to someone in Arkansas. Yeah, I do. I've got to pick up a 400 for the 63 Pontiac. If I make it through Tennessee, I will absolutely hit you guys up in White House. I got you. And I know Perpetual Projects is that way, and there's no way that I could go through Alabama and not go and see Travis and Amber. Chucky is in Coleman. I could go see him. I mean, I'm telling you, there's a good excuse to just hit that whole region this summer. But I guess I need to make sure I got good AC in the old Vantana first.
That's a great thing. That's the amazing thing about that is you don't have to get a hotel. You can just sleep in your van.
The van is pimp. I'm telling you, it is. I'll put it out to you guys somewhere. I've got to do, the Octagon and, the other names. Somewhere I've got to hide those names on the van. Got the Octagon, James Westfall, and Dr. Kenneth Noisewater. Those three names got to be on the van somewhere. All right, we got newbies coming in. I saw Mongrels, of course. Rajcam 80 made it here. Awesome. Welcome.
Busted Radio Garage just hopped in.
Welcome, Busted Radio. Always has a great live on his channel. And we'll try to catch anybody else new coming in. But thank you guys for stopping in. Very informal show today.
Yeah, so me and Bus both been real busy. Like I said, not last weekend, but the weekend before, we was both on the road. We did a drag. It was a big Hot Rod 100 cruise. We saw some of the coolest hot rods. I mean, it was cool to cruise with, 200-300 other hot rods.
It really was. It was just. And I got great drone footage. I went back and looked. Not all of it's great because I'm still learning to fly the thing, but I think I got some pretty good drone footage of, popping up and getting all the cars parked. And it looks really good.
So the guy that picked the route, he did a really good job. We went through Missouri where it's really hilly, really curvy. And we're talking everything from rat rods to Model A's to, muscle cars.
On wooden wheels. Model A on wooden wheels.
Yeah, and they ran the whole route.
Yep.
Not as fast.
It really was a great run.
It was a lot of fun. And then this past weekend.
Do the van down by the river. No, I can't do it. My hair's not going to do it.
This past weekend, myself, that Fiero guy, and Mr. Polo C4 was in Springfield for that car show. And then, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but we did a vehicle swap.
I have seen that. So at least that's Pontiac themed. You guys kind of swapped cars. I saw Mr. Polo was struggling a little bit with the Punisher car.
Yeah, the clutch is a little stiff in it. You'll find out when you drive it.
I mean, I drove Cream Puff, and I was tempted, but didn't do burnouts in it. But it'll do it. I was like, it's a borrowed truck. I don't really want to break it. But because if I drove the Punisher car, there's no way I couldn't do a burnout. Like there's just
it's expected.
I mean, yeah.
So so the Fiero guy drove Mr. Polo's C4 Corvette, And I drove the Fiero, which I drive the Fiero often. So I was like, yeah, whatever.
Do I have my Part 107 license? No, I don't. I barely have a license at all.
You're supposed to have a license?
I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even carrying it. So, oops.
So,
Like literally, I go, "Where's my wallet?" And I don't have it. I mean, you can pay with your phone now, so why would you carry a wallet?
so me and Buff did an epic highway or interstate entrance on the in the old Punisher car.
That's where we were. Gosh, were we even 30 minutes in and already thought we broke it?
No, we just left Joplin. That was the
Right. So,
first exit.
yeah, like 5 minutes in, and we're like, I think we broke the car already. But it
So
ended up, powering through and made it.
the only issue we had was we lost the brakes.
Oh,
That's
I see what he's saying. Yeah, it's not my footage. It's kind of like burnouts in Mexico. It's not my footage. It'll be fine. It's not for commercial use.
well, I mean, there was no illegal activities in it, so
Right. And this one actually comes with a um, course when you first like fire it up that you have to go through, but it is not a commercial license. But what is cool is it'll actually tell you through GPS what's nearby and no fly zones. So,
yeah.
like, if I pop it up at my house, it'll tell me, "Hey, there's a detention facility so many blocks away. You can't fly over there." And I'm like, "Good," because I don't want to. But
Hey, that's the not the hot neighbor's house. You must fly over this one.
I don't have any hot neighbors. Sorry if you're watching, but yeah, I don't.
I have all old people around me, and I'm happily married, so I
I
wouldn't
mean,
be
I
affected.
own most of the blocks, so I'm my own neighbor, I guess.
So you could handle a few more cars in your yard then.
I have, like, if I properly parked these vehicles, I could easily fit, I bet I could fit 30 more cars in here. And I'm at 11. And I'm really looking hard at two square bodies, but the old budget's looking a little tight right now. So might be a month before I can pull those off. I found two square bodies that I really want. And
So
yes,
th-
I will Pontiac swap any of them. I don't care.
so Saturday I'm going to a car guy's yard sale. A buddy of mine lost his shop like last year sometime. Um, JT's Performance. And if anybody lives close, check out JT Performance this Saturday. There's going to be everybody just going to bring all their car parts up there and basically like have a free swap meet. So I'm going to try to offload some of my extra parts and stuff. Might take the Fiero up, try to sell it. Um,
The Fiero.
yeah. Well, the storage fees are racking up because it's been at my house for a while. So
Ah. So yeah, you got to sell it off to pay for the fees. Gotcha.
yeah. Yeah.
Isn't there labor involved?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The shop bill at this point is like ridiculous. So
He's gonna lose the shop. Yeah,
uh,
that's what mine is the DJI Mavic Mini. Um, I have wrecked two drones, and so I upgraded to this one right before No Name last year, and never took it out of the box for No Name, which is a real shame. But I really, honestly, only use it for the really just, we're gonna call them uh, tall shots. I don't do anything, you know, from the air. It's really just more than my arms can reach.
man, I wish I'd have known that because I gave somebody really nice front bumper that just needed re-chromed a couple months ago. Like,
Does Dalton have one?
I don't think so. I think the only one that he has is on his Le Mans.
How about Chris from 323?
I don't know.
We could almost do like a Pontiac swap episode where everybody comes in with all their Pontiac parts and we just kind of, match them to the people that need them.
If anybody has
Like
a
Antiques Roadshow, but we match drivers with parts.
So if anybody wants me to un-LS swap my car and they want to donate a, 461 Butler or something, I will un-LS swap my car. I'm
Hey,
just
where are
saying.
we at with getting Butler to come on the show?
I've reached out to them, but I have not got any replies from them.
All right, guys, if you know anyone from Butler, we've been trying to reach out to them. We want to get one of them on the show to come talking about their, Pontiac stuff. And we could definitely fill an hour talking about that.
Oh, I'd love to talk to them. I mean, because they took Pontiac stuff and made it better.
Oh, look, Hunter's got stuff.
They'll send them to me.
Hunter, if you got his number, send it to me. I will literally, I'm working, so of course that means I'm doing nothing tomorrow. So I will call him.
You hope.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything. Where is this located, Danny Boyd? I will drive there. I'm never home, so I'm home tonight. You guys, proof that I'm home.
I'm just going to say that would be creepy and cool at the same time.
How could it not be cool? So yeah. I have Arnie Beswick's number. I just haven't. It's a delicate process to try to get somebody like that on our show with the technology and all the other barriers.
How old? He's like, what, 90 years old or something?
Yeah, I'm just saying we can reach out to him. We just have to figure out the logistics to make it work. So we are trying to get you guys some really, really cool guests, but there's logistics. So, all right. So I guess we're not sure. He might be buried in Europe. Maybe what was that? Fantastic Four. Maybe he's got a statue that he's, encased in metal. And oh wait, that was a different character.
Are we doing trivia tonight?
Hey, let's see if I'm doing trivia. Stand by. Look at that. There's trivia.
Sponsored by Super Clean.
Pontiac trivia sponsored by Super Clean, special just for Hunter at Sand Mountain Ballistics, because we know that Hunter loves his Pontiac history. Yeah, so he does in fact have a landline number. Ask me how I know. But don't expect a return call right away. And yes, he's probably not going to text anytime soon. Oh, look. Hunter talks a big game, but then he's like, yeah, just call Butler, leave a message, blah, blah, blah. What do you think I've done?
So for any of you young guys that don't know what a rotary phone is,
I'm looking to see if I don't have one.
Look it up sometime, and I'm just going to tell you, if you screw up on the very last number, it sucks because you
never want to call long distance, because it was bad enough that you had to dial 5 numbers to get through. That's right, you only had to dial 5 numbers to call somebody, and then it became 7 numbers, and you're like, ugh, and it got worse. So anyway.
And you have to remember your friend's number. You didn't just,
Yeah. I still remember my grandmother's phone number from the 80s, but
yes,
I can't remember my own number.
All right.
which was important because we may be doing, we being me, may be doing a sponsored video coming up soon to put a little bit of a special finish on the 63 Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I bumped into some folks at the show. They were fans of my channel, not even kidding. So it's funny how a channel this small, 3,300 subs, landed this contact, this networking contact, and they said, yes, I know your channel. I've watched your channel. I know the car you're talking about. This is the exact product you need. And I went, wow. So hopefully that box of goodies is coming soon. And if it does, you're going to see it on my channel, Buff's Garage, soon. I got 3 weeks worth of video that I'm editing, but it'll be coming out soon.
I have so much video I need to edit. I'm like, I don't even know what I want to have.
Look at that. NSB loves Butler too. All right, cool. We're going to try to make that work. All right, so Pontiac trivia. Did you know that Pontiac toyed with a Firebird station wagon?
It's cool too.
Do you guys know what it's called? Was it the Firebird Type K, the Camback, the Firebird Hauler, or all of the above?
I know the answer to this, but see if everybody else does. They could have came.
Sam, if you haven't got your super clean stuff yet, it's probably my fault. I end up sending a message to the same contact every time, and what I can tell you is sometimes the contact changes and I don't find out for a week or two, but we'll get caught up. I know that the information has been submitted and I'll double check for you.
All right.
I've changed contacts at Super Clean 3 times, 2 of them within a month. So
I'm just going to say the F Shack is that's awesome.
Trust me, if I hadn't just came up with Brian Van Tana, we could have come up with a lot of other names for the van. Wow. Look at all this. All right. We've got A, B, A, B. I'm not even going to. Oh, that Fiero guy says all of the above. Fox says the F Shack. Nathan says E because it's Nathan's Mopar Garage. Camback was the style, but already had been in use by AMC. That's a nice little piece of trivia there.
I'm not surprised the Shop Cat knew that, though.
Was it 79 Camback? Look at this. Aerodynamist. I'm not even going to try to say that. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, Camback. Well, let's look. Answer is actually D, all of the above. Believe it or not. By the way, this episode of trivia is all concepts. Just for Hunter. But the second gen version was called the Type K. And it had the pop-out windows and it was, turned into a wagon. The third gen was called the Camback. So you guys got that one right. And then the fourth gen was the Firebird Hauler built by Hearst. So all of the above. And I'll be honest, they're all pretty cool. The third gen was the easiest one to build because they literally just popped that glass window out and put that on in the same mounting location. The other two actually took some body work to do.
I actually like that fourth gen one. That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't know that one existed, and I was searching through some rare vehicles, and it was a concept, and it was something that Hearst presented to Pontiac to actually put out like a dealer package type thing, but they didn't make really any but the one. All right, so let's look at our next question. In 1986, Pontiac created a concept based off the Pontiac 6000 chassis. So you got to really think back to the 80s and what that Pontiac 6000 looked like. And it later became the idea behind what popular vehicle? Was it the G6, the Sunfire, the Transport, or the Grand Am? Yes, Hunter, this is just for you. Concept this, concept that. It's what this is all about. We didn't want to do the full show on concepts because we don't have time for that. So we just squeezed in a little bit just for Hunter.
We know how much he loves it.
Wow. Almost everybody says C. We do have a Grand Ham. Mongrel says Grand Am. Dakota says Grand Am. Raj says Grand Am. Ira says Grand Am. That Piero guy says Grand Am. But we got a lot that say the Transport. Oh, Wendy's here. Wendy English, everybody. She says Sunfire. Nathan has no concept. So E is his answer. But the proper answer is the Transport. Believe it or not, that bubble-shaped thing at the top was called a Pontiac Pronto Sport. But by the time it actually made it to the showroom floor, it was called the Transport. And then they later did the thing at the bottom that doesn't look anything like the thing at the top. And I have to admit, my mother actually owned the one at the bottom.
That one at the top looks like you ate too many beans and was hanging out in your minivan.
Yep. And the door does not slide on the concept. The door gull wings open because, of course, it does. Yeah. But the one at the bottom, it did have a sliding door. If you've ever been in one, it is quite the experience because that dash is like a mile long.
Fun fact, they're made out of plastic too.
They are. You can smack them like you can do the Endura bumper, and they will bounce right back.
When I worked at the scrapyard, I had to put a couple of those in the car crusher, and I hated them because they sucked because I'd have to pick up after it.
Yep.
They kind of explode.
And yeah, pretty much. Oh, Ira says that's what landed on top of his Buick. Well, all right then. Yep, Lumina APV was also its sister vehicle. All right. Next question. For 1998, Pontiac came up with the concept coined the Aztec that should have been. What was it called? The Rageous, the Sunbird SUV, the Raptor, or the Pronto?
I feel like we've covered this before.
Maybe we have. Not the Aztec concept. It's the Aztec that should have been.
Right, but I kind of think I remember you talking about this at one point.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I talked about the concept Aztec, which was the bear claw.
Oh, I know how much you love the Aztec, so
right.
know.
So I had to bring that one in. All right, Danny Boyd said, "Oh yeah, Fox can fix it." That's right. That the Oldsmobile version of the slopey window van was the Silhouette. All right, Danny Boyd says A. Shopcat says A. Or Danny said C. Wendy says B. She likes those Sunbirds. Yeah, you would think a Lumina or a Transport hitting his Buick would have just bounced off with those plastic body panels.
Oh, boy.
All right. We got a whole line of D's, so I won't go through all of those. Rajcam is a B. 6% says the Sun Turd. I'm sure that's it. Mongrel says D. Yep, the old Dustbuster vans. All right, let's see what the answer is. It is the Rageous.
That's freaking cool looking.
It was 97, 98. It was a proto CUV. It was the Aztec that should have been. So basically, they took a Trans Am turned it into 4 doors, which it had like the Saturn suicide door in the back. That you could actually pop the rear hatch and put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back. So it was legit. And in fact, you can get a Mattel's Hot Wheels version of it.
I'm just saying, I would drive the crap out of that thing.
That thing is awesome. Like this is the car that could have saved Pontiac. Oh, look at this. Rajcam remembers seeing it at the Detroit. Now, see that I would have loved to be there for that. The late 80s, early 90s, that, yeah, would have loved that. Yeah, how bad is it that he's seen this thing in person and didn't get it right? That's all right, Rajcam. We still love you. Okay, here we go. Hunter might know this, but he probably doesn't. What 2000 Pontiac concept vehicle could convert into a truck? It was a Pontiac concept that could convert into a truck in the year 2000. Was it the Aztec, the Piranha, the Catalina SUV, or the GTP EXP?
Wow, that's a lot of letters.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a concept. Oh, wow. So let's see. Tony's got GTP. Danny Boyd said GTP. Shopcat says Piranha. Jay says Piranha. Wow. Rajcam says Piranha. Fox says Piranha. Hunter says Piranha. Mongrel says GTP. Wendy says Aztec. Colleen says Catalina SUV. EXP is a Ford.
Yeah, that was a weird looking Escort. That's all that thing was.
What was the Escalade?
The truck?
Yeah, what was that one called?
The EXT.
EXT, and then they had an ESV. That was the suburban sized one. I had one. I think it was the ESV. Yeah, they have an EXT. That's the Escalade, Avalanche Escalade. ESV. There you go. I owned one. I can't remember.
It's a fancy Avalanche.
Yeah, the EXT is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my Avalanche better, but Lincoln Blackwood. I actually really like that truck.
Those was kind of interesting. I see one every once in a while. There's one that runs around.
Yeah, Raj, that's where my LQ9 came from, was a 6-liter ESV. All right, so we are running out of time, but the correct answer is the Piranha. And even though it looks like a little car, you could actually pop the rear hatch open, remove the removable container out of the back that could be used as a cooler. It could be used as just a storage container. You could take it out and take it to, your campsite or your job site. But what's left is an open floor that becomes converted into a pickup. So
interesting.
Yeah. And it's got like a kind of like a Grand Prix front end on it. And John Wilburn is here.
What is up, Mr. Wilburn?
Pontiacton. That's what we're doing. All right. Well, I think we brought more than enough information to the show tonight. There's so much going on. Here, let's remove this and just one more look at this guy. It sat there a long time. This is where I rescued my van 10 years.
She's a runner now.
Pretty cool van. So go check out the channel. Go watch some Brian Van Tana. I've got the Hot Rod 100 video in the editor right now. I know Ray's already got some Hot Rod 100 footage up, so you can go check his out. And hopefully we're going to see some more footage from your last weekend.
Yeah, I haven't even started editing that yet.
Yeah, I have not started on the truck show, but yes, Rajcam, the van is a shorty. It'll get in and out of all the good parking spots, but it's got a really cushy, almost brand new looking interior, and the old bed just kind of lays flat.
I have never seen an electric bed like that as.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool because if I put the turbo on it, it's gonna be the party in the front and a party in the back. Anyway, with that, guys, don't forget to head over to Irish Outlaw Garage. He's going to have his Cars and Cussing Live coming up really soon. So just jump over there and tell him Buff and Ray sent you. And I think we're going to come up with something for next week. So stay tuned. And we'll be back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Central. We appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
All right. And we'll see you then.